Let's talk about how to make the greatest comeback of your life.
Made my own lane, no handouts here, vision too strong. Can't cloud it with fear, drop my past like a bad old habit. Now it's for only full speed, no static.
Every overnight success has a backstory. I'm Lillian Victoria, once behind the scenes in Hollywood, and now front and center building my own dream. This show is for leaders ready to take the wheel, drop the excuses, and go all in. I'm sharing the unfiltered journey, lessons that I've learned, pivots that I made, what works, what's the fluff, and the truth behind the overnight successes. Because success isn't instant, but it is inevitable when you stay in the game. I'm not just here to motivate you, I'm here to get you moving. So let's get started. So let's talk about how to make the greatest comeback of your life. Before I get started, I want you to recognize you're not a failure. Shit happens. You probably wanted to do something once in your life, or you set a goal, you opened up business, and it didn't work out the way that you wanted. Just know we are all going through a persistence test because I've done it many times. Meaning I have failed, I have fought, I have my successes and I have my failures. It's just a part of the process. The reason why we go through that is because we're being built up. And as pioneers, if you have a vision and you're going through it, you're creating it, you are pioneering your way. A pioneer, we figure it out. We make it work. You find a way to make it work. That's what pioneers do. And if you're listening to this, this is what you need to pay attention to. So the first thing you want to do is you want to recognize on our journey, it's going to be different for everyone. Some of us will face betrayal. It could be in business. It could be in friendship. It could be a little mistake that we've made. Whatever that is, there's going to be this pain and this hurt that's inside of us. So I know because I went through it, I carried it, and I have learned to let that fire flame. Before, I always say, okay, forgive and forget, forgive and forget. But the thing is, I could forgive. It makes me feel good. It's me taking my power back. It's me changing the perception. So I'm not holding so much resentment on my failure or whatever didn't work out. But it was so difficult for me to forget. And once I understood, instead of trying so hard to forget, why won't I use that to my advantage? So the first thing I want to talk about is recognize the best revenge is to be successful. Maybe revenge is a good word for you, maybe it's not, but you get the point. Whatever it is, use that fire in you and know the best thing to do to overcome this is to become very successful. So that's what I did. Instead of trying to forget about it, which is obviously not happening, I use it to fuel me up. I had that chip on my shoulder and I remind myself, this is what I'm meant to do. I am not staying here. I am going there. This is happening for me to learn, for me to grow, for me to be better. The second part is you want to give yourself a vision. And basically that's your story. And this is one of my favorite things to do. It's a vision cast. What is your life in the next 5 years, 10 years? How does your business look like? What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? What is your version of overnight success? Because we live in this life of story. And if you don't know, I came from the world of Hollywood. And one thing we do is we would develop a character, we'll create a story, and we go into production, meaning you make it. Right now, I'm asking you to do the writing part. Think about the life that you want and start to use your imagination and vivify it and live in it. Because if you can live it, you can feel it, you can see it, it makes you happy, it's your joy, then you're on the right track. Because we gotta know what we want first. Success is knowing what you want. Success is having clarity. It's a progressive realization of who you are, what you are, and living the life that is going to make you happy. Ultimately, that is success. The next step is now doing the behind the scenes work and staying very, very focused and very, very committed to your vision. Now, this could be the hard part because when you are doing the work behind the scenes, it's not as rewarding. It can get lonely. But we're talking about the greatest comeback. When you're doing things in silence, this is when you're focused. You can listen to your inner voice. Every single time when I'm doing the work, I'm already visualizing what my overnight success is. I'm already visualizing me at the end goal, what that will look like. And in my mind, it's just, I just got to do what I got to do to get there. For example, I'm doing this YouTube video right now. If you had known me not long ago, I would have never been on camera. But that was a progressive skill, a progressive habit change, a progressive shift that I had to make for myself. I had to shift my thinking and my belief to tell myself I can be on camera. It was a progressive process because I had to go from let me get myself on camera and don't know what I'm doing to right now I'm still continuing to improve. But by doing the work is me staying focused to achieve my goal and my success. And therefore, that is my comeback. The next one is you got to make a commitment to yourself. Okay? We're talking about a comeback. Whatever in the past, it's the past. It's done. Failure is an experience. It's not an identity. But you commit to yourself that you are going to have a comeback. You commit to yourself that you are going to be successful. You commit to yourself that you are doing this for you. This is your life. This is your decision. The results that's going to come in, you're the one that's going to be benefiting from it. You got to do the work because the truth is it's not going to be handed to you. Stay laser focused and focus on what your success means for you. Let's talk about character development. So you got to develop yourself, right? I don't know what your overnight, You got to develop yourself. You know, when I look at my comeback moment, that is my hero moment. For me, it's I went through so much defeat. I was told I wasn't good enough. People looked down on me. I've been betrayed. I've been fired. I made mistakes, all of that. When I look at my comeback, I am rising above all of that. I am the woman that is out there. I am leading my way. I am paving my way. Yes, in the past, I made a lot of mistakes. I was told I wasn't good, but that's the past. That built me up to be so much more resilient. My hero moment is when I'm out there and I'm leading. I'm leading myself. I'm leading others. I'm telling myself who I am. I'm not letting other people tell me who I am. And that's a character development. I'm developing my character, becoming that leader, that woman that I am. I'm refusing to believe that, age is a factor. I can't do it. I'm a woman. I'm Asian. I'm a mom of 3 kids. All these obstacles because I know I am meant for me. And I keep developing that character. And by developing that character, I see myself at that moment of comeback. I see myself. I see that woman. How does she think? How does she talk? How does she make decisions? How does she treat people? How does she dress? And I start to implement into my life and my character right now. That is the becoming. That is shifting the identity. That is owning who I am so no one could tell me who I am. And that is me taking the control back. And the last one I'm going to say, and I mentioned it a little bit in character development, is act as if. But I would add, act as if it is impossible to fail. We're talking about your comeback moment. Comeback moment can mean different things to different people. For me, it's my next level of success. For me, it's winning it, doing it for me. For me, it's showing up for myself and showing the people. I mean, it's up to you if you want to care about what other people think. But for me, in my story, it's showing those who did not believe in me that I can do it. Because I do have a chip on my shoulder and I'm using it to fuel me up. I'm using it to prove to myself that I am able and I am willing and I am capable. You act as if you are already that person right now. You act as if that comeback moment that's coming into your life is already happening. You know that is happening. You are assuming that is happening. And if it's not going your way, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. This is where you rise above any defeat. This is where you let go. This is where you come out with the creative ideas to lead yourself. So you start to achieve your comeback moment. And I loved it because like when I have my comeback moment, that feeling feels so rewarding. And we are on this journey together. If this helped you, give it a like and hit that subscribe button. More is coming your way, and I will see you in the next episode.